This is Inside Indiana Business Radio on demand for Wednesday, June 18th, 2025. I'm Gary Dick. Indianapolis-based drug maker Eli Lilly and Co said Tuesday it is acquiring Boston-based Verve Therapeutics, a NASDAQ-traded company focused on genetic medicines for cardiovascular disease, in a deal worth up to $1.3 billion. Verve is focused on genetic medicines, which in many cases need to be taken by patients just one time. It took years of planning, but ground was broken late last week on a 253-room Westin hotel at Indianapolis International Airport. Airport Executive Director Mario Rodriguez says the $205 million project will provide the city and the state with a grand front door.
This is going to be a Westin hotel. It's going to be a high-end hotel. But what else would Indiana and Indianapolis expect of us? You know, it merges very well with the terminal, so the entrance to the city and the entrance to the state is going to be a grand entrance.
Indianapolis-based Herff Jones has unveiled plans for an $8 million investment expected to create about 40 jobs. The project will include a new distribution facility, an investment in advanced printing technology, and upgrades to its headquarters on the city's northwest side. Purdue University and White Lodging have deepened their long-standing hospitality partnership with the opening of Boiler House Prime, a high-end classic American steakhouse located in the new Pete Dye Clubhouse on the Burke Boilermaker Golf Complex on the West Lafayette campus. The university says it will further position West Lafayette as one of America's premier college town destinations. You're listening to Inside Indiana Business Radio. Indiana's economy is on the move, and every region has a role to play. Join IBJ Media and Inside Indiana Business for the Innovate Indiana series, presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. We're traveling to 10 regions across the state to spotlight business growth, workforce development, innovation, and Indiana's tech hubs. Don't miss this front row look at Indiana's future and the growth opportunities in your region. Find out when we'll be in your area at ibj.com/innovate. In Southeast Indiana, a new 88-room Home 2 Suites by Hilton hotel is expected to open in Greendale by the end of 2026. It's part of a $16.8 million investment in the city. Greendale Mayor Vince Carstetter says Greendale's growing attractions, from snow skiing to dirt track racing to live music, are increasing demand for lodging. A former co-owner of Fort Wayne-based CF Environmental Laboratory has filed a breach of contract lawsuit against the company.
Paul Knott, who left the company in 2019, alleges the company defaulted on a settlement agreement that was supposed to compensate him for his 47% ownership stake. According to the lawsuit, Knott and co-owners Cynthia and Michael Furman agreed in 2020 that Knott would sell his ownership interest in the environmental lab back to the company for $140,000. That agreement was formalized through a series of contracts, including a promissory note for $112,000 to be paid in 6 annual installments. Knott alleges CF Environmental, which specializes in the analytical testing and field collection of water, made its scheduled payments in 2020, 2021, and 2022, but missed the 2023 payment deadline. The company eventually submitted that installment 4 days late, but did not pay the $1,044 in late fees required by the note, according to Knott. The complaint alleges the situation escalated in December 2024 when CF failed to make that year's installment payment entirely. Knott now seeks a court judgment for the outstanding balance plus ongoing attorney's fees. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Wabash College President Scott Feller has appointed Scott Brown as Dean of Students. He succeeds Greg Redding, who served as Dean for the last 6 years. Brown brings 3 decades of experience in student development and will assume his role as Dean at Wabash June 30. This is Gary Dick for Inside Indiana Business Radio on Demand.